Hi, this is Hemant, and I am here to help you few important thing about web development. I know most of you have already owning a website, but some of you are looking for a new website or maybe creating a new platform that brings your business to an online platform. So now the thing that is major concerning here is like which platform is best for you. Second, are you still struggling with the load time issue if you are owning a website and your website is not loading fast? Third, are you struggling with visual capabilities of your website? Your website is not beautifully designed, or maybe it has designed in a manner that has not converted to a development thing. Like you created a website that 100% design is not converted into a development. So that is again a challenge. Are your website are struggling with high load time thing? If your website is having high load time, then it does not engage user. So if those are your primary questions and you are still struggling like which platform is best for you, I am here to help you which platform works for you, and that is 100% delivering the same result as you have planned it. So here in this video, I will be helping you why Webflow development fulfill all these questions and fulfill all your answers for these questions. So let me share my screen to you. Now here, I will be answering why you need a Webflow development. I know there are multiple CMS online. If you talk about WordPress, if you talk about Joomla, if you talk about Drupal, or if you talk about Wix, so there are n number of CMS available online through which you can create a beautiful website for you. But the question is like, are those websites are having a high load time? Second, are those websites are designed as per the design you finalize? Third, are those websites are SEO and search engine friendly? If those questions are fulfilled, then your website is 100% good for your business. Now, talking about more Webflow development, first I initiate with like what is Webflow development. So during my whole video, in this video, you will be seeing what is Webflow technology and why it is different from any other technology or platform present in the market. Okay, so Webflow technology is launched in the year 2013. It's a very recent technology, and it's a recent, but it is very evolving. It is the future, you can say. So I recommend you going forward with Webflow development. Why Webflow development? Because Webflow is again SaaS-based application. What is SaaS-based application? SaaS-based is like software as a service. So I know most of you will be saying that WordPress also is SaaS-based application, but what is the difference between WordPress and Webflow? So Webflow allows a designer to build a responsive website with a browser-based visual editing software. I know. Again, same thing. You also asked me the same thing. Webflow technology works on a browser-based visual editing, which is already there on WordPress. Then what makes it a difference? It is again a no code thing. All these questions will be answered during my whole video, right? So Webflow is a no-code web design tool invented for visual web designers. If you are concerned about visual effects, if you are concerned about high animation graphics on your website that engage and attracts more customer and that gives you more business, then you are choosing the right platform. And I can assure you, Webflow technology will give you the right thing that you are looking for, and it gives you 100% satisfaction. Now, how and why Webflow? So Webflow is, as I said, it's a future of it. It's a future of technology. The web development. If there is a future for web development, then Webflow is the future of that web development thing. Now, who needs and why web development is required? Why it makes a difference between other CMS present online and why it is different from one? See, other CMS gives you the cost for everything. For example, if you have chosen a WordPress technology, WordPress will give you a platform to create a website, right? It works on a plugins that cost you additional. It gives you hosting charges extra. That is annual renewal, which is fair enough, which is with every different technology you work with, right? So domain and hosting is like anything that is like fair charges that you need to pay every year. But on WordPress or Wix or any other platform, you need to buy plugins. You need to buy builders. So what are those builders? If you're building a website on WordPress, so WordPress, you need to buy a DV builder if you're building a website on DV. So Divi Builder cost around $89. If you go with Elementor Builder Premium Builder will cost you around $99 a year. That is an annual subscription, because they are giving you a flexibility, like you can utilize the premium version of that Divi or Elementor. Now, coming back to our presentation and our video. So it's Webflow is a no-code web design technology. I know it's a no-code technology that is not a new thing in the market, but at the same time, this technology is already there in the market, but no code with 100% design compatibility. Like what you design, you built it. Same, it's a symmetry. It's nothing like you faces any challenges or you compromise with the design thing over here in Webflow. So Webflow fills the gap between the content and the design thing. If I have created this thing and I want to be developed in the similar manner, so Webflow gives you the flexibility and the power in your hand with the help of its visual editor. Webflow browser-based visual editor gives you the power in your hand to develop exactly the same thing, and with more graphics and more animations. I will take you within my video. I will be taking you to a website where I will be helping you with what makes a difference between a WordPress, Wix, CMS, Joomla, and a Webflow design thing. Webflow also creates a responsive and user-friendly thing. But for that thing in WordPress, you need lots of manual efforts need to be made in the behind to make it responsive and to make it user-friendly. And at the same time, to reduce the loading time of that website, WordPress requires a lot of manual efforts. Now, Webflow offers better out-of-the-box performance optimization. This comes with the CMS plan. So Webflow offers multiple CMS plans. If you're a small business, you can go with the lower package. If you are a starter, you can start with a free package of Webflow. But if you are looking for a high dynamic, you need to buy more collections from the WordPress. And those collections are commonly known as CMS. Under those CMS, I will be like helping you what collections comes under with those CMS and what plans are there. So I will be taking you all those plans at the end of my presentation today. But when we talk about the WordPress websites loading time of that website is very high. Obviously, you can reduce that time, but for that thing, you need to work on manual things. You need to purchase new plugins. For example, if you want to speed up the load time of your website, you need a WP Rocket plugin that costs somewhere around $99. Or maybe if you are using any SEO-friendly plugin like Yoast or maybe Rank Math, so those plugins are costing you additional, and those subscription are on year basis. So you need to renew those plan every year things. So WordPress does not give you the compatibility or the capability. It has a limited capability, but in Webflow, you will find unlimited capabilities that you can explore and that you can build on your website. So it's with the help of its visual editor powerful tool. That powerful tool gives you a capability to design anything and to develop at the same time, right? Again, WordPress platforms are not secured platform. So when we talk about Webflow platform, those are highly secured platform as compared to WordPress. Again, someone will ask me like WordPress platform, we can also secure that WordPress platform. Obviously, it can be done. It can be done, but at an additional cost. What cost is behind those securing that platform? You buy hosting from a hosting company, maybe a GoDaddy or maybe HostGator or maybe some other company, right? But those hosting company will give you a dedicated hosting or a shared hosting, but they will not give you security. For that security thing, you need to buy another plugin from that company or maybe from a HostGator. So HostGator offer a different plugin and purchase premium plugin for securing your website. So in this way, the cost of WordPress development is very low. You just create a WordPress website in just $20,000 or 20,000 rupees, or maybe you can get it done within 10,000 also. But the thing is, like, if you want to get into a premium subscription, if you want to get into a highly quality website, if you are getting into a website, if you are looking for a website which converts into your business, right, that converts visitor in your business, then you will be losing all those potential things on WordPress. The Webflow will give you all-in-one package. It's an all-in-one powerful tool for you that gives you a best thing that you can manage easily at your end. it is easily accessible, it is easily editable. Like you can use a web browser based editor to make the changes online like you did, or maybe you can do it on WordPress as well. But the functionality is very different over here, and that is more enticing. And when I say enticing, it attracts more customers and gives you more business. So Webflow gives you everything you need to build a basic website in a core package. So we have a very beautiful thing over here. Like we have different packages. That package is a cost for CMS, you can say. So we have a zero cost CMS, we have a $12 cost CMS, we have a $20 cost CMS, we have a $36 cost CMS, and on Webflow we have an enterprise model. Enterprise model is for a custom design package for enterprise. So I will be taking you all through those packages at the end of my video here. Now, it does not require a plugin. As I said, plugins are there, but very limited, not as compared to any WordPress website. WordPress come up with like 45,000 plugins that you can utilize, but those plugins are like, most of them are functional, functional when you get a premium subscription of it. And the major dependency of plugin is like you need to keep on updating those plugin at a regular interval. This makes a difference between a WordPress and a Webflow website. Here on Webflow, we have a very limited plugins. Now, when we talk about plugins, those plugins have a shell life. So WordPress plugins are having a shell life that needs to be updated at a regular interval. Now, why you need to update that plugin? See, take an example. If you updated your WordPress, if your WordPress is updated to 6.0 version, then the old plugins, those are already there in the backend, those will not be functioning properly. At the same time, you need to update those plugins. Sometimes those plugins upgraded, but sometimes it requires a paid thing. So for that paid thing, you pay extra for that thing. Now, when we compare both the prices for WordPress or any Joomla or any Drupal as compared to Webflow, you will find at the end, the Webflow cost is much cheaper than WordPress. WordPress is just a web-based thing, maybe a theme-based WordPress or maybe a custom WordPress. So if you go with the theme-based WordPress thing, you will purchase a theme online, and those themes are easily available online over at Theme Forest, and you can find n number of sites from where you can buy a WordPress theme. At the same time, you need to buy plugins like builder plugins. So those builder plugins are like additional cost to you. So for the same reason I said so the cost for Webflow development is very low as compared to the cost of WordPress. Now, who needs Webflow development? Any business who is online, or maybe any offline business who is going online and want to build a presence online, they need a website first. So website is the first representation of your business. So it is good for a small business and enterprise. So any business who is going online or who is already there online and want to migrate from any platform to a Webflow, right? So you can choose to go with Webflow technology. Webflow technology is very highly dynamic technology. And if you're concerned about UI UX thing, then Webflow will give you the better experience and the 100% satisfaction online. So Webflow brings the power of code into a visual canvas. So it's like CMS is already created. That CMS will give you a power in your codes to design a beautiful website, which means if you can design it, you can also build it. So whatever thing you design, you can create the same and you can replicate the same thing in your build when we talk about building. So let's take you to Oreo thing. So Oreo, you might be also knowing Oreo biscuit. It's a very renowned biscuit nowadays. Every single child who if you ask them to buy, if you ask what biscuit you eat, so they will tell you Oreo is the one that you listen in the front, right? So Oreo built a playful network in United Kingdom with the help of Webflow. Now I will tell you what makes a difference between a WordPress and the Webflow website. Can you see that thing, Oreo biscuit at the right side of that blue screen, and you see the waves coming out of it, right? It's a similar wave like you see once you throw a stone in a water and the waves are around it, right? So such waves are created. That is a visual effect, that is a animation, that is a graphics behind. So you see that graphics attract. If I scroll it down, if I scroll it down little, then that Oreo biscuit jumped to the top of that right corner, but it sticks to there. But again, the waves are still forming there. So this is the beauty. Now, again, if you scroll it down, little down, scroll it little down, you see the biscuit at the left-hand side of here. So there is a biscuit. Again, that biscuit gives animation. If I scroll it down, I will show you more animation on this web page. Now, see, there is a solar system kind of thing built over here. So it says the biscuit and the customer testimonial. So that attracts, that engage more. It gives you the beauty of that biscuit and the customer engagement, showing customer faces, laughing faces, and keeping a biscuit in their hand. So in this way, you see the animation that works behind. Scrolling again down. See, if I scroll it, there is a button, play and pause button, and there is a content around that play and pause button. If I scroll it down, the content rotates in a clockwise manner. If I scroll it up, the content rotates in a anti-clockwise direction. So this is the animation I'm talking about that you will be getting in Webflow. And if you are looking only for a website that gives you online presence, then any platform can build that thing. But if you are looking for a quality website, then the Webflow is the right technology that you need to choose for. Again, scrolling it down. Can you see that? Can you see that biscuit? The biscuit slice rotating. If I scroll it down, it rotates again in the clockwise direction. If I rotate it up, if I drag it up, little up, the biscuit rotates in an anti-clockwise direction. And the text behind that biscuit also move forward and backward. If you see, if I'm scrolling it down, the text from left to from right to left hand side of it moves from right to left, and when I scroll it up, it moves from left to right. So in this way, all those beautification of this website is done with the help of Webflow only. And this Oreo landing page, playful network landing page, is created with Webflow only. So it was done in the United Kingdom, and the success of that campaign was very high. You can check it online. Now, coming back to our presentation. So Webflow brings the power of codes into a visual canvas, which means if you can design it, you can develop it. So anything that you design, you develop it. Next, who needs a UI and UX thing? I'm always looking for a beautiful website, because beautiful website attracts more customers. They engage more. The interaction rate of that website is very high as compared to any other common website, right? And if the interaction rate is very high on your website and the visitor spend nearly 1 minute or 2 minutes on your website, so those are your genuine prospect customers. So when we talk about customers, so they will be turning up into your business. So here your website will generate business for you. And when we talk about Webflow, it is 95% design and 5% coding. So anything that is doable at your end only. If you are the one who is handling your own website and you don't know how to do code or how to write codes, or maybe you are not a coder, or you are not a developer, then how to do those things at your end? So you can generate those things beautifully at your end with the help of Webflow. Webflow gives you the power. All you need is just get a Webflow developer, similar like any other WordPress developer. But WordPress developer is the one who create the website on WordPress, Joomla, or Drupal, or maybe a Drupal developer, or maybe a Joomla. But for Webflow thing, you need a person who is known to this technology, and he will make your dream happen in reality. Okay, next thing is why you need Webflow. Here is say no to plugins, or you can say bye-bye to all your plugins worries, because plugin have the shell life. As I said earlier, WordPress plugin have shell life. Every time you update your WordPress, you need to update your plugin as well. Sometimes those plugins works properly, sometimes those plugins need upgraded thing, like a premium version needs to be purchased. So they require an update to keep up with every changing web. So ever changing web. Now, what is ever changing web? See, we are living in a dynamic age. We are living in a digital age. Now here, things are moving very fast. In 2009, you were using a Nokia mobile phone, and 2022, you are using a iPhone 13, 14 Pro, right? So technology is moving. You are having a Galaxy Fold mobile in your hand. You are using like you are living in an automation age where technology is where technology plays a major role for your lead generation thing. So you need to keep on updating your things. So at the same time, why you want to take worries of all those plugins who needs to be updated in the backend? I don't think there is a requirement of those plugins to be updated at a regular interval, and you want to appoint someone who can take care of those jobs. That is not absolutely required for you, because it's in a very busy scheduled day. If you are running a business, you don't need to focus and worried about all those worries, like who will keep on updating things, who will take care of my WordPress update, who will take care of my additional changes. If I'm dependent on a person who wants like who can take care of my changes, who can upload images, who can change my content, and who take care of my website development. In short, as a master, you will be requiring all those worries are like and over here. So you can cut down all those worries, go for Webflow development, and you can take the things in a better way. Now, how to get that Webflow, or you can say how to avail that Webflow thing for your business? When we talk about Webflow, all you need is like a domain. Domain is like convertclicks.com. It's a domain. Amazon.n.com is a domain, right? So all you need is a domain. Rest of the thing, your developer will be taking care of it. So all you need is like appoint a developer, hire a Webflow developer. A Webflow developer will guide you everything about you need to know about like your technology, your design part, right? And he will design and develop the things for you. I will take you to, in this presentation, I will be also taking you to Webflow pricing, like how much it costs for buying a CMS online. See, you already owns a domain now. It's time to buy a CMS hosting for you. Webflow starter package comes with zero cost, $0 cost, which means you don't need to buy anything. You don't need to buy any hosting. You don't need to buy any plugins. You don't need to buy any CMS, content management system. A starter package will give you a subdomain on Webflow and 50 CMS items. 50 CMS item, what are those? Those are the collections. In Webflow, those are the collections. It is known as 50 collections module you will be getting. Those 50 collection module will be required to develop your website. So if you want to get a highly dynamic website, you need to increase the collection in your account. So basic plan does not include collections. So it's a $12 per month plan. I would recommend to go with $16 plan per month. That plan will give you a flexibility, like you can build up a reasonable website. It come up with the 20,000 CMS items and 200 GB of bandwidth space. So which is nearly a reasonable and the fair price for your thing. So $16 is charged monthly when you go for an annual subscription, right? So in this way, this subscription is the best suited for you for your local business. If you are a business, if you need any if your business is like a mid-size enterprises, you can choose to go with $36 per month plan as well. And if you are having a customized plan, then you can go with enterprise model. For that thing, you can contact your Webflow team, and they can guide you and define your custom plan. So Webflow is the best thing that you need to understand here. If you compare the pricing, the Webflow will give you a cheaper price as compared to any other technology. Webflow is the future of this technology. Thank you for your time and watching my video. If you have any queries, please feel free to comment on in this video, and like and share our video if you liked it.